I'm standing on the rooftop of Octave Bar, 48 floors above Bangkok's Sukhumvit Road, and the city looks like a circuit board. Millions of lights blinking in patterns I can't decode. It's March 12, 2022. Bitcoin's at $41,000. My portfolio's sitting at 480,000 Australian dollars. And my mental state? Completely fried. I came to Thailand to escape burnout. What I didn't know was that I was running straight into something far worse. My name's Collins. I'm 27 from Sydney's northern beaches. And over the next 14 months, I'd lose $239,000 to the most sophisticated scam I never saw coming. But here's the twist, I got out. I saved $400,000, and the woman who tried to destroy me, she never saw it coming either. This is the story of how I almost lost everything in Thailand, and how I turned the tables at the last possible moment. First time in Thailand? The voice behind me has a Thai accent, but the English is perfect. Not the broken textbook kind you hear from taxi drivers. This is fluent, educated English. I turn around. She's about my age, maybe 27 or 28. Black dress that's elegant without trying too hard. She's holding a mocktail, not a whiskey coke like the bar girls I'd been warned about. Everything about her screams different. That's obvious. I managed to say. She smiles. You're looking at the city like it's code you're trying to debug. I'm Dao. I help tourists find the real Bangkok, not the ping-pong show version. At the time, I thought I'd just met someone special, someone who wasn't like all the warnings I'd heard. Looking back, I realized that was exactly the point. The best scammers don't look hungry. They look like they don't need your money at all. Let me back up and tell you how I ended up in Bangkok in the first place. I wasn't born into money. My dad's a surf instructor in Manly. My mum worked at Woolworths for 20 years. I got into Bitcoin in 2017 as a university dropout studying computer science. Turned $8,000 into $45,000, then lost it all in the 2018 crash. Most people would have quit. I got obsessed. 2020 was my resurrection. While the world locked down for COVID, I traded 12 hours a day from a studio apartment in Neutral Bay. DeFi summer, NFT mania, the crypto bull run of a lifetime. I caught Ethereum at $180, sold at $4,200. Bought Solana at $12, sold at $210. Every win funded the next trade. By January 2022, I had 480,000 Australian dollars in digital assets. My mates were buying houses in Western Sydney. I felt like I was drowning. Every pump, every dump, every 3 a.m. liquidation alert eating away at my sanity. My doctor told me I had the cortisol levels of a 50-year-old CEO. He said I needed to take 3 months off. Go somewhere, unplug. Thailand wasn't random. Half my Discord crypto group were digital nomads in Chiang Mai and Bangkok. Low cost of living, fast internet, and according to Reddit, enough dating opportunities to make a single guy forget his problems. I came to Thailand running from burnout. I didn't realize I was running towards something worse. At the time, I thought taking a break from charts would clear my head. Now I know the only charts I should have been watching were the red flags. 3 days after meeting Dao at Octave, we have our first official date. She meets me at Mo Chit BTS station, wearing jeans, a white linen shirt, and Converse sneakers. No makeup, hair in a ponytail. She looks like a grad student, not someone running a con. Okay, Collins from Sydney, she grins. Today I'm going to show you the Thailand tourists miss. But you have to trust me. Can you do that? I can. We spend the morning navigating the labyrinth of Chatuchak Weekend Market. 15,000 stalls selling everything from vintage denim to sleeping puppies in hammocks. Dao negotiates in rapid Thai, gets me a jacket for 400 baht when the vendor wanted 1,200. The aggressive air conditioning of the covered sections. The smell of durian from fruit stands. The sound of Thai pop echoing through narrow corridors. Everything feels alive in a way Sydney never did. Most tourists just take photos here, Dao says, stopping at a silk scarf stall. But if you actually talk to the vendors, you learn stories. This woman right here used to design costumes for Thai classical dance. Every scarf has history. She's not just showing me Bangkok. She's showing me that she's different, cultured, thoughtful, not materialistic. At lunch, we go to Somtam Nua near Siam Square. She orders Somtam Pupla Ra, fermented crab papaya salad, gai yang, sticky rice, the kind of authentic Thai food that burns your mouth. This is too spicy for you, she warns. Foreigners always think they can handle Thai spicy. They can't. I try it anyway. My mouth ignites. She laughs genuinely and orders me iced tea with extra sugar. That's when I ask about her story. I studied at Ramkhamhaeng University, she says, then pauses. Actually, I couldn't afford Chulalongkorn, and I'm not really a tour guide full-time. I do marketing consulting for hotels, but I love showing Bangkok to people who actually appreciate it. At the time, I didn't catch that she'd just changed her story. First, she said Chulalongkorn, then Ramkhamhaeng. Looking back, that was red flag number 1. But I was too charmed to notice. No boyfriend, I ask. Her face gets quiet. I was engaged 2 years ago. Thai-Chinese guy. His family didn't approve because I'm from Isan. We tried for a while, but Thailand has unspoken rules. A girl from Udon Thani doesn't marry a boy from Selam. She says it without self-pity. Just fact. And I feel this surge of protectiveness. At the time, I thought her vulnerability made her real. Now I know every good scammer has a sob story. It's chapter 1 of the playbook. We walk through Siam Paragon afterward, past the Rolex stores and Louis Vuitton boutiques. She doesn't ask me to buy anything. Doesn't even window shop. My ex used to drag me into these places, she jokes. I always felt like I was wearing a costume. Give me a 200 baht street watch any day. Perfect, I think. She's not materialistic. That's exactly what she wanted me to think. Over the next month, Dao doesn't push for anything. That's what I'd remember later. She never asks for money, never even asks me to pay for dinner. Sometimes she pays. Sometimes we split. She has her own life, or appears to. Our second date, we take a minivan to Amphoe floating market, 90 minutes outside Bangkok. Dao books it herself, 350 baht. We eat boat noodles on a wooden pier, watch fireflies at sunset, stay in a homestay with paper-thin walls. She doesn't pressure sex. We kiss and she pulls away. I'm not in a rush, Collins. I've been hurt before. I need to know this is real. At one point, she mentions sending money to her family in Udon Thani for her younger brother's school fees. I offer to help. She refuses immediately. No. I handle my own responsibilities. That's important to me. The refusal makes me trust her more. At the time, I thought she had integrity. Looking back, I see the strategy. Classic scammer move. Reject small money early to get big money later. Third date, she takes me to Wat Pho to see the reclining Buddha. She explains Thai Buddhism with real nuance. Karma, merit-making. The concept of sanuk, finding joy in everything. Thai people smile not because we're naive, she says. We smile because we know suffering is temporary. Even when we're in pain. I'm falling, hard. Fourth date, she invites me to cook pad thai at her friend's apartment in Ekamai. Modest but clean. 35 square meters. IKEA furniture. Small balcony with dying plants. Thai food is like life, she tells me while we cook. If one element is too strong, the whole dish fails. You have to find balance. Is that what happened with your ex? I ask. No balance? She gets quiet. He wanted me to be someone I'm not. More Chinese. Less Isan. I tried for 2 years. I lost myself. What I didn't know at the time, the apartment wasn't hers. It was a rented Airbnb for the day. But in the moment, it felt intimate, real. By mid-April, we're lying in her bed, still no sex, she's taking it slow, and she asks about my crypto work. I explain blockchain, DeFi, smart contracts. She listens intently, asks smart questions. So you basically built all this wealth from believing in something before other people did? Yeah, I guess. That's incredible, Collins. In Thailand, we're taught to follow the safe path. Government job, marriage, kids. You took a risk. I admire that. At the time, I thought she admired me. Now I realize she was calculating exactly how much I was worth. April 15th. We're at a jazz bar called Parking Toys in Sukhumvit Soy 11. Sarah Vaughan playing from old speakers. Dow's slightly drunk on wine, unusual for her. Collins, I know this is fast, but I think I'm falling for you. And that scares me, because I don't want to be hurt again. I kiss her. The taste of Chardonnay on her lips. The smell of cigarette smoke from the jazz bar. The feeling that I've finally found someone who sees me as more than a wallet. You won't be, I promise. I promise. That promise would cost me $239,000. Late April, Dao invites me to meet her family in Udon Thani. No pressure, she says. But Songkran just passed, and her parents want to meet the Australian boy she's been talking about. The bus ride takes 9 hours. Dao sleeps on my shoulder, while I watch rice paddies blur past the window. Water buffalo standing in flooded fields, the smell of burning rice stalks drifting through the bus vents. Ban Non Sung village is exactly what I imagined rural Isan to be. Wooden houses on stilts, chickens wandering dirt roads, old men playing checkers under tamarind trees. Dao's family home is modest. Tin roof, concrete walls, a spirit house in the yard with wilted jasmine offerings. Her mother, Porn, greets us with a Y and rapid Thai. Her father, Somchai, is quieter. Weathered skin, missing teeth, hands rough from decades of farm work. Her younger brother, Korn, is 19, glued to his phone studying for university entrance exams. We sit on a woven mat for dinner. Grilled catfish, somtam, sticky rice, larb, sang some whiskey for the men. Dao translates everything. She says you're very handsome. Like a movie star. She asks if you're rich. I laugh. Tell her I'm comfortable. Her father says something in Thai. Dao translates. He says Thai women are good wives. We take care of family, not like Western women who think only about themselves. The comment feels rehearsed. The mother keeps looking at Dao for cues on what to say. At the time, I thought I was being welcomed into a humble, loving family. Now I realize I was being sized up like a prize pig at auction. The next morning, Dao takes me to Wat Paban Tat, the local temple. Saffron-robed monks chanting morning prayers. She lights incense, places offerings of fruit and flowers, bows 3 times. I'm praying for us, she whispers. An old monk approaches, says something to Dao in Thai. She translates, he says we have good karma together, that we knew each other in a past life. I don't believe in past lives, but the moment feels sacred. On day 2, her mother casually mentions through Dao's translation that they need to fix the house roof before monsoon season. About 40,000 baht. How much is that in Australian dollars? I ask. About 1,500. But Collins, no, you're not. It's fine. I'll help. They're your parents. Dao tears up. No one's ever. My ex never cared about my family. You're different. What I didn't know, the roof looked fine. I didn't inspect it myself. I'd later learn the roof repair was fiction. The money went straight to Dao's account. On our last night, sitting under stars in the village, Dao says quietly, my parents asked if you're serious about me. I told them yes. Was I wrong? I hold her hand. You weren't wrong. In Thai culture, when a man is serious, there's usually a ceremony. Sin sod, the dowry. But I know that's old-fashioned. I don't expect, what if I want to? She looks at me with wide eyes. Collins, are you saying? Not yet, but soon. I want to do this right. The smell of burning rice stalks in distant fields, the sound of cicadas screaming in the darkness, the feeling of possibility. I'd just committed to the most expensive mistake of my life. By the end of April 2022, I'd spent about $3,000 on dates, bus tickets, small gifts, and that cash for the roof. I still had $477,000 in crypto assets. I thought I was in love. I was. Just not with a real person. I was in love with a character Dao had created specifically for me. May 14th, 2022. I've been planning this for 3 weeks. I bought a 1.5 carat diamond ring from a jeweler in Salem. Cost me 180,000 baht, 7,500 Australian dollars. Tonight I'm doing it Western style first. Proposal at Sunset Champagne, the whole cinematic moment. We're at Labua State Tower Sky Bar, the same place from The Hangover Part 2, 63 floors above Bangkok. Golden hour light painting the city orange and pink. Dao thinks we're just celebrating her birthday. When I get down on one knee, her hand flies to her mouth. Other tourists start recording on their phones. Dao, I came to Thailand looking for a break. I found a home. Will you marry me? She's crying. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Everyone around us claps. Champagne arrives. We kiss with the Bangkok skyline behind us. Then she says something I should have paid more attention to. I need to tell you something. In Thai culture, there's a process. My parents will expect sinsod, a dowry, and a traditional ceremony. I know it seems transactional, but it's about showing respect to my family. How much are we talking? She hesitates. Usually, for someone with a university degree, maybe 300,000 baht, but half gets returned after the ceremony. It's symbolic. That's like 12,000 Australian dollars done. When do we do this? She mentions the dowry immediately after accepting. The timing was calculated, but I was too euphoric to question anything. At the time I thought sin sod was just cultural tradition. Now I realize it was the first real money grab. Everything before was just foreplay. Total committed so far. Engagement ring plus promised dowry equals $19,500. I still had $460,000 left. The trap was closing. I just couldn't see it yet. June 18th, 2022. The traditional Thai wedding ceremony happens at Dao's family home in Ban Non Sung. I'm wearing a rented silk sabai, traditional Thai shirt. Dao's wearing a gold-threaded sin and enough gold jewelry to fund a small business. The village has turned out. Maybe 70 people I've never met. 300,000 baht in cash, 1,000 baht notes, is arranged in a gold tray on a pedestal in front of everyone. 9 monks chant blessings. Dao's parents accept the money with ceremonial ways. Half will be returned to us after, Dao whispers. It's tradition. It won't be. After the ceremony, her mother will claim unexpected expenses required keeping the full amount. I won't push back. I don't want to look cheap in front of her whole village. Elderly villagers tie sacred white string around our wrists while blessing us in Thai. Guests pour water over our hands using a conch shell. Monks chant the Mangala Sutta. I repeat Thai phrases I don't understand. A village elder says something. Dao translates. He says, "You're a very lucky man. Thai wife will take care of you forever. Better than Western woman." Then her uncle says something. Dao translates. He says, "Now you are Thai family. We share everything. Your success is our success." At the time I thought it was sweet. Looking back, that was the explicit statement of their intent. My money was now community property. I just didn't know it yet. The next day we register at the AMFO office in Udon Thani. The legal version forms signatures, house registration papers, a typed marriage certificate in Thai with an English translation. "Now it's real," Dao says, kissing me outside the government office. "Now we build our life together." At the time I thought getting legally married showed my commitment. Now I realize it gave her legal leverage and made me vulnerable under Thai law I didn't understand. Total spent on wedding, sin sod 12,000, ceremony expenses 3,000, gold jewelry for Dao 8,000, $23,000 gone, 437,000 left. July 2022. We move into a bigger condo in Ekamai, 2 bedrooms, 65 square meters, modern kitchen, pool on the roof. Rent is 45,000 baht a month, 1,875 Australian dollars. The lease is in Dao's name because it's easier for a Thai national. We furnish the place together. IKEA runs to Mega Bangna. Ceramic plates from Chatuchak, a monstera plant for the balcony. Dao quits her tour guide job. "I want to focus on us," she says. She starts cooking dinner every night. Massaman curry, pad CEO, tom yum that makes my eyes water. I set up my trading desk in the second bedroom. 3 monitors, ergonomic chair, VPN for accessing Australian exchanges, Bitcoins hovering around 30,000. I'm in accumulation mode. Not stressed like before. One night, beer in hand, watching Bangkok from our balcony, I say, "You know what's amazing? I'm making money, but I'm not miserable." "That's because of you." Dao leans into me. "Collins, I've been thinking. We're married now. We should start planning our future. Not just month to month. Real investments. Like what? Property, business. My uncle has some opportunities. Let me introduce you." At the time, I thought her quitting her job showed commitment. Now I realize it gave her full-time hours to orchestrate the scam. No job meant no distractions. She could focus entirely on extracting every dollar I had. August 2022. Dao's uncle Prasert is supposedly a property developer in Hua Hin. He's 58, wears expensive polo shirts, drives a Mercedes C-Class, speaks broken English with the confidence of someone who's closed 1,000 deals. He video calls us from what looks like a construction site. "Collins, my friend, I have special opportunity for you. We building luxury villa project in Khao Takiab area, near Monkey Temple. Already sold 6 units, 3 units left. If you invest now, we give you 30% discount because you are family. Investment 1.1 million baht. In 2 years, value will be 2.5 million. Guarantee." Dao adds, Collins, this is real opportunity. My uncle's projects always succeed. My cousin invested last year and already made 800,000 baht profit. Prasad emails me documents, contract in Thai with rough English translation, photos of blueprints, a site map, company registration document with official stamps, company name Takiab Golden Development Cummington Ltd. Everything looks legitimate. I need deposit of 500,000 baht now to reserve unit. Then 600,000 when construction finishes in 18 months. I'm hesitant. 45,000 Australian dollars is serious money. But I run through my logic. 1. Dao's uncle seems legitimate. 2. The documents have official stamps. 3. Dao says her cousin profited before. 4. Property in Thailand is dirt cheap compared to Sydney. 5. It's family. They wouldn't scam family. Okay, I say. But I want to visit the site first. August 20th. We drive to Hua Hin in a rented car. 3-hour drive from Bangkok. Prasad meets us at a dusty plot of land near Khao Takiab Beach. There's a sign, future site of Takiab Golden Villas, survey markers. A Thai construction worker on site doing prep work. Prasad gives the tour. This will be pool. This will be villa number 3. Your villa. Ocean view. 2 floors. 150 square meters. The location's decent. Beach is 500 meters away. I see potential. Okay, I'm in. August 25th. I transfer 1.1 million baht, 45,000 Australian dollars, via Bangkok Bank to Takiab Golden Development Co. Ltd. I receive a receipt stamped with the company seal. Prasad shakes my hand. Welcome to family business, Collins. You will be very rich, man. What I didn't know. The land was owned by a Chinese corporation with no connection to Prasad. Takiab Golden Development was a shell company created 3 months earlier. The construction worker was an actor paid 2,000 baht for the day. The company seal was fake. My $45,000 was split between Dao Prasad, who was actually her boyfriend, not her uncle, and a third partner. At the time, I thought I was investing in our future. Now I realize I was funding their Mercedes payments. Total spent so far, $68,000. 312,000 left. I'd just been scammed for the first time, and I had no idea. October 2022. 2 months after Hua Hin, Dao introduces me to her cousin Nat. He's 34. Owns a small chain of Thai restaurants in Bangkok. We meet at one of his locations in Ari neighborhood. Place called Ban Isan Kitchen, packed with millennial Thais eating cow soy and taking Instagram photos. The vibe looks completely legit. Nat speaks perfect English. Says he studied hospitality in Australia. Collins, mate, I'll be straight with you. We're expanding, opening 3 new locations. 1 in Phuket, 1 in Chiang Mai, 1 in Siam Square. But Bangkok Bank won't give me the full loan. You know how Thai banks are with food and beverage. I need 2 million baht from a private investor. In exchange, you get 15% equity in the company. He slides a folder across the table. Business plan, financial projections, photos of the new locations, company registration, balance sheets. Dao adds, Nat's restaurants make about 500,000 baht profit per month. If you invest now, you'll make your money back in under 2 years. Plus, we'd own part of a real business. I don't know anything about running restaurants, I say. Nat laughs. You don't have to. Silent partner. I run everything. You just collect dividends quarterly. To prove legitimacy, he takes me to the central kitchen, a warehouse in Lat Krabang, where all the menu prep happens before distribution to restaurant locations. I see industrial refrigerators, Thai cooks preparing curry paste, vacuum-sealed bags labeled Banizan Kitchen, health department certification on the wall. It looks real, it is real. What I don't know, Nat is a real restaurant owner, but he's also part of Dao's scam network. The investment opportunity is fiction. The expansion isn't happening. My 2 million baht will be pocketed, so I'll get fake quarterly reports for 6 months, before being told the expansion failed due to COVID complications. Dao pushes hard. Collins, this is our future. If we own 15% of a restaurant chain, we'll have passive income forever. We could even move back to Australia and just collect checks. The urgency is manufactured. Scammers always create artificial time pressure. But I don't see it. October 30th. I transfer 2 million baht, 80,000 Australian dollars, to Barney San Kitchen Countess Ltd via Bangkok Bank. I receive a shareholder certificate, a contract signed by Nat, a welcome email promising quarterly dividend reports, all fake, all meaningless. The company won't honor any of it. Nat takes us out for celebratory drinks. To business partners, he toasts. At the time, I thought I was diversifying my investments. Now I realize I was just diversifying my losses across multiple scammers. Total spent, $148,000. 232,000 left. I was bleeding money, and I still thought I was building wealth. December 2022. This scam is the most sophisticated because it targets my actual expertise, cryptocurrency. Dao's friend from university, Jom, supposedly runs a Bitcoin mining operation in San Kamphaeng district, outside Chiang Mai. He reaches out via line after seeing my LinkedIn profile through Dao. He video calls me on Zoom from what looks like a warehouse full of ASIC miners, the specialized computers that mine Bitcoin. I can hear the fan noise, see the blinking lights on hundreds of machines. Collins, I'll be direct. I have 200 Antminer S19s running right now. My operation produces about 0.5 Bitcoin per month. That's 15,000 US dollars profit after electricity. But I'm at capacity. I need to scale. If you invest 2.4 million baht, I can buy 80 more miners. You'd own 30% of the operation. I'm skeptical. Why not take a loan? Thai banks don't understand crypto. They think it's a scam, the irony. But here's what makes this convincing. Jom knows crypto terminology. Hash rates, mining difficulty, ASIC efficiency. The video call shows real mining equipment. He sends me a blockchain wallet address showing actual Bitcoin mining payouts. He offers to let me visit the facility. December 10th. Collins, Dao and I drive to an industrial area outside Chiang Mai. The warehouse is real, 50 meters long, filled with rows of mining rigs on metal shelves, industrial cooling fans blasting. The noise is deafening. We use cheap hydroelectric power from the dam, Jom shouts. Electricity cost is only 3 baht per kilowatt hour. That's why we're profitable. I inspect the equipment. It's real. I check the blockchain wallet on my phone. It's accumulating Bitcoin. What I don't know. The warehouse is rented for the day. The mining equipment belongs to a legitimate operation owned by a Chinese investor who has no idea his facility is being used for scam tours. The blockchain wallet is real, but I'll never have access to it. Jom will send fake monthly reports showing Bitcoin accumulation, but I'll never receive actual payouts. I need a decision by Friday, Jom says. There's another investor in Singapore interested. Dao adds, Collins, this is your world. You understand crypto. This is the safest investment we've made. That's what seals it. Because it's crypto, my domain, I feel confident. At the time, I thought leveraging my expertise made this smart. Now I realize the best scammers research your background and tailor the con to your strengths, not your weaknesses. December 15th. I transfer 2.4 million baht, 95,000 Australian dollars, to Chiang Mai Mining Solutions Coatang Limited. I receive a partnership contract, a wallet address for my share of mined Bitcoin, a welcome email. January 2023, Jom sends an email. Great news. We mined 0.18 Bitcoin last month. Your 30% share, 0.054 Bitcoin, about $1,200, deposited to your account. I check my crypto wallet, nothing. I message Jom. I don't see the deposit. He replies, oh, sorry. We hold the Bitcoin in the company wallet and send quarterly dividends to avoid transaction fees. You'll get it in March. I won't. Total spent so far, $243,000. 237,000 left. Half my net worth gone. And I still believed I was building my financial future in Thailand. February 2023. Dao's been hinting for months that we need a car. Taking Grab everywhere is expensive. And if we have kids someday, we'll need family transportation. We visit a Toyota dealership in Rama 3. The salesman's pushy. Classic Thai car sales energy. Dao gravitates toward the Fortuner, the status SUV of Thailand. The Fortuner's perfect for us, she says. We can drive to Udon Thani to see my parents. Take weekend trips to Hua Hin to check on our property. And honestly, Collins, people respect you more in Thailand when you drive a nice car. It's just how it is. Price 1.895 million baht, 75,000 Australian dollars for the top model. I hesitate. That's a lot. What about a Honda CR-V? It's like 400,000 baht cheaper. Her face falls. Collins, I've never asked you for anything extravagant. I'm not wearing designer clothes. I'm not buying handbags. I just want one nice thing for us, the guilt works. The car gets registered solely in Dow's name. It's easier for insurance purposes, she says. I have a Thai license. You don't. This means I have no legal claim to the vehicle, but I don't know that yet. February 20th, I pay 1.895 million baht in full, 75,000 Australian dollars. We drive off the lot in a white Fortuner with tan leather seats. Dow's ecstatic. Posts photos on Instagram with hashtags Blessed Life, Fortuner Club, Thai wife. At the time, I thought buying the car showed I was committed to our life in Thailand. Now I realize it was the single asset I'd be able to recover, because I'd sell it before escaping. Total spent, $318,000. Remaining, $162,000. I'd lost 2/3 of my net worth in 11 months. March 2023. Dow's uncle Prasert calls with urgent news. The Hua Hin Villa project is supposedly almost complete. It isn't. And he has another opportunity. Fair boutique hotel investment in Koh Samui. Collins, my friend, big investor, pull out last minute. I need 3.5 million baht by Friday or we lose the deal. This is 10-room hotel near Chaweng Beach. Already have booking contracts with Agoda. This will make us millionaires. Dow's excited. Collins, this is it. This is the big one. If we invest now, we could quit everything and just live off hotel revenue. For the first time, I feel a knot in my stomach. Something's off. Dow, I've put in almost 250,000 already. The Hua Hin property isn't finished. The restaurant hasn't paid dividends yet. The mining operation sent one report, then went silent. Her face hardens. So you don't trust my family now? You think we're scamming you? I didn't say that. I just need to see returns before I invest more. This is our first real argument. Dow cries. I left my career for you. I married you even though my parents wanted me to marry a Thai man. I've given you everything. And now you're calling my uncle a liar. I'm not. I just need time to think. There is no time. The deal closes Friday. Artificial urgency. Classic scam tactic. Every investment has a closing deadline that prevents due diligence. I don't transfer the money. Dow's cold to me for 3 days. At the time, I thought I was being reasonable. Now I realize that moment of hesitation saved me $140,000 and eventually saved my entire remaining portfolio. That moment of doubt, that was my survival instinct finally breaking through. Late March 2023, I start noticing things. I visit Banisan Kitchen, the restaurant I supposedly own 15% of unannounced. I ask the staff about the Phuket expansion. They look confused. Phuket? We're not opening in Phuket. Who told you that? Can I speak to Nat? Kun Nat sold the restaurant 4 months ago. My stomach drops. I message Jom about the mining operation. Ask for a video call to discuss scaling. He ignores me for 2 weeks. Then replies, sorry, been in hospital. Motorcycle accident. We'll send Q1 report soon. The report never comes. I drive to Hua Hin alone. Tell Dow I'm visiting a friend in Pattaya. The construction site is abandoned. No workers. No progress? The sign's faded. I ask a local fruit vendor. Do you know about the Takiab Golden Villas project? She laughs. That sign's been there for 3 years. Nothing ever gets built. Some Chinese company owns the land, but they never do anything. That night, I sit in my trading room staring at my monitors. Bitcoin's at 28,000. My portfolio's at 162,000 Australian dollars. Down from 480,000 15 months ago. I open a Google Doc and write, investments made, sin sod/wedding 23,000 expected. Hua Hin property, 45,000. No progress. Restaurant 80,000. Restaurant sold, no dividends. Mining farm 95,000. No payouts, no communication. Car 75,000. Have car but in Dow's name. Total 318,000 spent. Red flags, all investments involve Dow's family. All investments require immediate decisions. None have produced returns. All documentation is in Thai with rough translations. I have no legal ownership of anything except possibly the car. I don't want to believe it. But the pattern's clear. At the time, I was in denial. I kept thinking maybe Thai business just moves slower. Maybe I'm being paranoid. Now I know my gut was screaming the truth. I just didn't want to hear it. April 3rd, 2023. I find a law firm online, Somchai and Associates, International Legal Services. I book a consultation. 12,000 baht, $480 for 3 hours. Kun Somchai is 52, Thai lawyer who studied at Chulalongkorn and worked in Singapore for 10 years. Perfect English. He's seen this story before. I bring every document. Hua Hin property contract, restaurant shareholder certificate, mining farm partnership agreement, marriage certificate, car registration. He spreads them across his desk. Puts on reading glasses, goes through each document methodically. After 30 minutes he looks up. Mr. Collins, I need to be direct with you. None of these investments are legitimate. My heart sinks. What do you mean? The Hua Hin Property Company. I ran a search through the Department of Lands. Takiab Golden Development does not own the land. The land is owned by a Chinese real estate corporation. There's no record of any transaction involving your name. But I have a contract. It has a company seal. The seal is fake. I can tell by the registration number. It doesn't match the Department of Business Development database. This company either doesn't exist or is a shell company with no assets. What about the restaurant? He checks his computer. Banaisan Kitchen Co-Listedatan was sold on October 15, 2022, 2 weeks before you made your investment. The new owner is a Thai national named Somkid Ratanakul. Your name appears nowhere in the shareholder registry. The mining farm, Chiang Mai Mining Solutions Kapiu Ltd. Was dissolved in January 2023 for failure to file annual reports. Even if it were active, your contract states you own 30% of future mined Bitcoin, which is legally meaningless. You have no claim to any assets. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Mr. Collins, I've been practicing law for 28 years. I've seen this exact scam dozens of times. Usually it's older men with younger women. You're young, which makes this more sophisticated. But the pattern is identical. What about my wife? Is she... He's careful. I cannot speculate about your wife's involvement without evidence. But I can tell you this. Every single investment you made was through people she introduced you to. Every document is fake, and the car is registered in her name, which means legally it belongs to her, not you. He pulls up the Department of Lands database, searches the Hua Hin plot by coordinates. See here? The owner is listed as Huaxin Real Estate Development Thailand Kamsers Ltd, owned by Chinese national, registered 2019. No transactions since 2020, no construction permits filed, no sale records. The evidence is undeniable. He gives me 3 options. File a police report. But Thai police rarely prosecute these cases. It's civil, not criminal, unless I can prove intent to defraud. File a civil lawsuit, but it'll take 2 to 3 years, cost 500,000 baht plus in legal fees, and I'll likely recover nothing even if I win. Thai courts favor Thai nationals in marriage disputes. Cut my losses and leave. Protect my remaining assets and exit Thailand before she realizes I know. If I leave, what can I take? The car's in her name, so legally she owns it. But possession is 9/10 of the law. If you sell it before she notices, she'd have to sue you to recover the value, which she won't because that would expose the scam. Your crypto assets are safe if they're in wallets only you control. Do you have shared bank accounts? No, I kept my Australian accounts separate. Good. Then legally she has no claim to your remaining crypto. But if she knows you have it, she'll pressure you to invest it before you can leave. At the time, I walked into that law office hoping he'd tell me I was paranoid. Now I'm grateful he told me the truth, even though it destroyed me. Lawyer consultation, $480. Remaining assets, $161,520 in crypto, plus the car worth about $70,000. I had 3 weeks to plan my escape, April 4th through 23rd. I don't confront Dow immediately. I'm smarter than that. I spend 3 weeks meticulously preparing my escape while acting like nothing's wrong. Week 1, information gathering. I start documenting everything. Screenshots of every contract, photos of every document, bank transfer records, line messages with Praiset Nat Jom, photos of the abandoned Hua Hin site, recording of my conversation with Somchai. I create a folder on an encrypted USB drive, Thailand Investment Due Diligence. I research Thai marriage dissolution laws, how to transfer crypto without triggering alerts, how to sell a car quickly in Thailand, Flights from Bangkok to Sydney. Week 2, asset protection. I start moving my crypto assets. First step, transfer all crypto from Thai exchanges Bitcub to my hardware wallet, my ledger. Second step, move Bitcoin and Ethereum to a new cold wallet DAO doesn't know about. Third step, create a decoy wallet with $5,000 worth of shitcoins. So if DAO checks, she thinks that's all I have. I tell her I'm consolidating for tax purposes. She doesn't question it. The car's tricky. It's in DAO's name. But I have an idea. I tell her, my friend from Sydney is visiting next week. He wants to buy a car while he's here. I told him he could buy ours for 1.9 million baht, and we'd upgrade to the new model. She's excited. Really? We can get the 2024 Fortuner? Yeah, but we need to transfer the registration to him first. Can you sign the papers? She signs without questioning. I sell the car to a used car dealer in Rama 2 for 2 million baht, 80,000 Australian dollars. Slightly more than I paid because it's low mileage and well maintained. I tell Dow my friend will wire the money next week. He won't, because he doesn't exist. Week 3, the fake emergency. I stage my exit story. I call Dow from the bedroom. Phone in hand, looking distressed. Babe, I just got a call from my mum. My dad had a heart attack. He's in ICU in Sydney. I need to fly back tonight. Dow looks concerned. Oh my God, Collins. Is he okay? They don't know yet. I need to book a flight now. And here's the moment that confirms everything. Dow's first question isn't about my father's health. It's, how long will you be gone? What about our hotel investment? That's when I know for certain. Her priority isn't my family emergency. It's the money she hasn't extracted yet. I book a one-way flight. Bangkok to Sydney. Qatar Airways. Departing April 24th, 2023. 1:40 a.m. I pack light. One backpack. I tell Dow I'm traveling light because it's an emergency. I'll come back in 2 weeks once Dad is stable. Can you handle things here? Of course, she says, hugging me. Family first. I'll pray for your father. Dow drives me to Suvarnabhumi Airport in a grab. Since I sold the Fortuner, she kisses me goodbye at departures. I love you, Collins. Tell your dad I'm thinking of him. I love you too. It's the last time we'll see each other. On the plane, I don't sleep. 14-hour flight ahead. I run through the checklist. Crypto secured in cold wallet, $161,000. Car sold. Cash deposited in Australian bank, $80,000. Evidence documented. Lawyer consulted. Exit story established. Total saved. 241,000 Australian dollars out of my original 480,000. Total lost. $239,000. At the time, I was terrified Dow would realize what I was doing and stop me. Now I realize she was so confident in the scam that she never saw the escape coming. Her biggest mistake? Getting greedy. If she'd let me leave for 2 weeks, I might have come back. But pushing for that hotel investment while my father was dying showed me exactly who she was. April 25th, 2023, one day after I land in Sydney. I blocked Dow on everything. Line, WhatsApp, Instagram, phone. I email her from a new Gmail account. Subject, I know everything. Badi Dow, I'm not coming back. I know about the Hua Hin property. The land doesn't exist. I know about the restaurant. It was sold before I invested. I know about the mining farm. The company is dissolved. I hired a lawyer. I have evidence. I sold the car before I left and transferred the money to Australia. My crypto is secured. You can keep the condo and everything in it. Consider it payment for the education. I'm not filing a police report because I don't want to spend years in Thai courts. But if you or your family try to contact me or threaten me, I'll go public with every document, every transfer, every message. You're good at what you do. I'll give you that. But I'm better. Collins, according to mutual friends who told me later, Dow calls me 47 times from different numbers, all blocked. She messages my friends on Facebook. Collins is having a mental breakdown. His father didn't have a heart attack, he made it up. Please tell him to call me. She threatens legal action. I'm going to sue him for abandonment and theft of marital property. She tries guilt. I gave up everything for him. How could he do this to me? She tries negotiation. If he sends me 1 million baht, I'll sign divorce papers. I don't respond to any of it. My lawyer Somchai receives a threatening call from someone claiming to be Prasert. Your client stole 2 million baht from me. I will sue him for fraud. Somchai responds calmly. Please file a police report, sir. I'd be happy to provide evidence that your company doesn't own the land in question and that you defrauded my client. Pressert never calls back. At the time, I was scared they'd come after me. Now I realize scammers don't pursue victims who escape, because pursuing would expose the scam to authorities. They moved on to the next target, just like they'd done with dozens before me. April 24th, 2023. 7:30 a.m. I clear customs at Sydney Airport with one backpack. My phone blows up the moment I turn off airplane mode. 27 missed calls from Dow's number. 15 from unknown Thai numbers. 43 line messages. I delete line entirely. My dad picks me up. He's fine. No heart attack, obviously. You look like shit, mate. What happened? I got scammed, Dad. Lost almost $240,000. He's quiet for a long moment. Then, but you got out? Yeah. Then you didn't lose. You learned. The first week back, I crash at my parents' place in Manly. I barely sleep. Every notification makes me flinch. I'm paranoid Dow will somehow track me down, even though rationally I know she won't. I transfer all my crypto to a new cold wallet, store it in a safe deposit box, change all my passwords, delete all social media. I tell my friends I broke up with my Thai girlfriend. Most of them say, yeah, mate, we were wondering when that would happen. Everyone knows those relationships are dodgy. I don't correct them. It's easier than explaining. At the time, I felt like I'd failed. Now I realize I'd succeeded. I got out before losing everything. May through August 2023. I spent 3 months recovering. Financially, I still have 241,000 Australian dollars. I don't touch it. I get a part-time job at a blockchain startup in Sydney, 85,000 a year, just to stay busy and rebuild routine. Emotionally, I see a therapist twice a week. She diagnoses me with acute stress response, with features of betrayal trauma. She helps me process the shame. I'm supposed to be smart. How did I fall for this? The anger. She destroyed me for money. The self-blame. I ignored every red flag. I write lessons learned in a journal. 1. Cultural differences aren't an excuse for financial red flags. Thai culture has sinsod, yes, but Thai culture doesn't involve fake investment schemes. 2. Love and business should never mix, especially internationally. If someone you're dating introduces investment opportunities, run. 3. Verify everything independently. I should have hired a lawyer before transferring money, not after. 4. Scammers are patient. Dow spent 14 months building trust. She refused small money early to get big money later. 5. Your gut knows. Every time I felt uneasy, I overrode it with logic or guilt. Trust the unease. At the time I thought love meant trusting completely. Now I know love means trusting wisely, and trust is earned over years, not months. September 2023 to present. I don't hate Thailand. I hate what happened to me in Thailand. So I decide to go back to Southeast Asia, but somewhere new, Da Nang, Vietnam. I rent a condo near my key beach, $600 a month. I launch Crypto Nomad Academy, an online course teaching digital nomads how to trade crypto safely, manage international finances, and avoid scams. The irony isn't lost on me. My first course module, Red Flags. When your partner becomes your worst investment. The course sells well. Turns out lots of expats have similar stories. I start dating again, cautiously. A Vietnamese woman named Lynn, 29, works for an international NGO, has her own money. We take things slow. I don't mention crypto wealth. I don't introduce her to my finances. I'm not ready to get married again, I tell her on date 3. Good, she says. Neither am I, let's just enjoy this. That's the kind of woman I should have found in Thailand. Current financial status. Crypto portfolio 400,000 Australian dollars. Grew from 241,000 due to the Bitcoin bull run in 2024. Business income $8,000 a month from Crypto Nomad Academy. Savings 50,000 Australian dollars cash. Debt 0. I'm financially ahead of where I was before Thailand. But emotionally it took 2 years to recover. At the time I thought Thailand ruined me. Now I realize Thailand taught me. The country didn't scam me. Dow did, and I survived. People ask me, how did you not see it coming? Here's the thing. You don't see it because you're not supposed to see it. That's the whole point. Dow wasn't some bar girl from Pattaya asking for money on date 2. She was educated, spoke perfect English, had a degree, paid for herself early on, refused small money to build trust for big money. The scam worked because it didn't look like a scam. Every investment came with professional documents, company stamps, site visits, video calls with business partners, contracts in Thai and English, official-looking receipts. If I'd tried to verify any of this on Google, I would have found nothing suspicious, because they created real-looking shell companies, rented real locations, hired real actors. The only way to catch it was to hire a Thai lawyer to do a land title search and corporate registry check. And most foreigners don't think to do that until it's too late. Here's what I should have done differently. 1. Hired a lawyer before any investment. Cost $500. Would have saved $220,000. 2. Never mixed love and business. If your partner is introducing investment opportunities, that's not a relationship. It's a business transaction disguised as romance. 3. Insisted on independent verification. Every time I asked to verify something, Dow said, "Don't you trust me?" That's emotional manipulation. Love doesn't mean blind trust. 4. Listen to my gut. Every time I felt uneasy, I told myself, "You're being paranoid. Thai culture is just different. You're being a controlling foreigner." I wasn't. I was being smart. 5. Recognize the pattern. All the investments involved her family. All required quick decisions. None produced returns. That's not bad luck. That's a pattern. The biggest lesson? Scammers don't target stupid people. They target lonely people. I wasn't dumb. I'd made $480,000 trading crypto. I understood risk, due diligence, and analysis. But I was burnt out, isolated, and desperate for connection. Dow offered me something I couldn't buy: belonging, a family, a home, a life that wasn't just staring at charts at 3 a.m., and I paid $239,000 for the fantasy. If you're dating someone in Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia, ask yourself these questions. Relationship red flags. Did you meet within days or weeks of arriving in the country? Did she approach you, not vice versa? Does she speak unusually good English for her claimed background? Does her story about her past change slightly each time? Does she discourage you from learning Thai? Does she have 2 phones or SIM cards? Are her social media accounts recent or private? Does she refuse to add you on her Thai social media? Financial red flags. Does she refuse small money early on? That's building trust. Do family emergencies require money every few months? Are you being introduced to investment opportunities? Do those opportunities always involve her family? Are you being pressured to make quick decisions? Are all documents in Thai with rough English translations? Are you told to transfer money to avoid tax complications? Have any of these investments produced actual returns? Cultural manipulation, red flags. Does she say this is just Thai culture when asking for money? Are you being guilt-tripped with "Don't you trust me"? Is she comparing you to other foreigners who are more generous? Are her family members only around when money is discussed? Are you being told Thai people will respect you more if you do X? Legal red flags. Is property being registered in her name only? Are you being asked to sign Thai documents you can't read? Is she rushing marriage before you understand Thai law? Do you have any legal ownership of assets you've paid for? If you checked 5+ boxes, you're likely being scammed. If you checked 10+ boxes, you're definitely being scammed. What to do if you're in this situation? 1. Stop transferring money immediately. Make excuses. Currency issues, bank problems, anything. 2. Hire a Thai lawyer independently. Don't tell your partner. Cost $300 to $500 for consultation. 3. Verify every investment. Land title search, corporate registry, business license checks. 4. Secure your assets. Move crypto to cold wallets. Transfer money to accounts she doesn't know about. 5. Plan your exit. If the lawyer confirms fraud, don't confront. Just leave. Scammers rarely pursue escapees, because pursuing equals exposing the scam. 6. Don't be ashamed. This happens to doctors, lawyers, engineers, and yes, even crypto traders. Intelligence doesn't protect you from emotional manipulation. I'm sharing this story not because I'm proud of what happened. I'm sharing it because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. When I was in Thailand, I'd see YouTube videos and Reddit threads about foreigners getting scammed. And I'd think that won't happen to me. I'm too smart. I'm too careful. My girlfriend isn't like that. I was wrong. The truth is, these scams work because they're sophisticated. They're patient. They exploit universal human needs, love, belonging, purpose. Tao didn't just scam me out of money. She sold me a vision of a life I desperately wanted. A partner who understood me, a family who accepted me, a home in a place that felt alive. And for 14 months I believed it. To anyone watching this who's in a similar situation, if your gut is telling you something is wrong, listen to it. Don't override your instincts with, "But I love her." Or, "But Thai culture is different." Or, "But she wouldn't do that to me." Love doesn't ask you to transfer $80,000 for an investment you can't verify. Culture doesn't justify fake documents and shell companies. And real partners don't introduce you to scams disguised as opportunities. To anyone watching this who thinks it could never happen to them, I had a computer science background. I'd made money in one of the most volatile, scam-filled industries in the world. I considered myself skeptical, analytical, and risk-averse. And I still lost $239,000. Because the scam wasn't targeting my intelligence. It was targeting my loneliness. The silver lining? I got out. I saved $241,000. I rebuilt my life. I launched a business helping others avoid the same trap. And honestly, I'm grateful. Because I could have stayed. I could have transferred that final $140,000 for the hotel investment. I could have lost everything. But I didn't. I hired a lawyer. I verified. I planned. I escaped. And if you're watching this because you're in a similar situation, you can too. Final thought. Thailand is an amazing country. The food, the culture, the landscapes. None of that is a scam. But there are people in Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam and the Philippines who've turned romance scams into a professional industry. Don't let love make you blind. Verify, question, trust slowly, and never ever invest in something you can't afford to lose. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be alone and have $400,000 than married and have nothing. And now living in Da Nang with a business I love and a life I control. I'm not alone. I'm free.